Oh hey, did you miss us? Because we sure missed you. The internet's been way too quiet. Lately no one's been digging deep enough to uncover what everyone really wants to know. So buckle up, darlings, because we're back, and this time, no secrets are safe. Today, we're diving into the chilling mystery behind the last voicemail left by Steven, the Twitch boss. What warning did he leave for his wife? Why did every single person at his funeral have to sign an NDA? And most intriguingly, why was Ellen's name allegedly dropped in Twitch's note to the police? The deeper you dig into Twitch's death, the clearer it becomes Ellen might not be as innocent as she seems.
You're gonna have her wear it, and
All right.
Yo, Ellen, we go so far back. You don't tell these people how far back we go.
I know, but I wear T-shirts. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right. Let's.
I mean,
you roll that.
okay.
All right.
I got to take two if the joke didn't work. I
No, it's
mean,
okay.
I don't want no problems.
No, it's okay.
No, hold on. Hey, so cheers. Hey. Ellen, I heard you were sick, and look what I got you.
You got
Your
me.
boy. So whenever you get sick, you can have this. Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
It'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
And then it will carry on there?
Yeah. Then No, I mean the after party.
No, I know about them.
Steven, Twitch boss, was the executive producer of The Ellen Show, working closely with Ellen for nearly 8 years. Until the show wrapped up in 2022, those who knew him remember a joyful, warm-hearted man who could light up any room he entered. So when news broke on December 13, 2022, that Steven had taken his own life, it sent shockwaves through everyone. Who knew? But now, the whispers are growing louder. Rumors suggest Ellen might be connected to Twitch's tragic death. Some even say the real reason she left the US wasn't just for a break, it was because she feared that, after Diddy's scandal, she could soon be the focus of an intense investigation herself.
On the morning of Tuesday, December 12, Twitch packed a small bag with only a change of clothes and his handgun, slipped out of his house without telling Allison, turned his phone to airplane mode so he couldn't be tracked, and took an Uber to the Oak Tree Inn, a dreary 2-story motel in a hacienda-style building on heavily trafficked Ventura Boulevard, just a mile from his house, and paid $107 to reserve a room for a single night. Twitch made his way down to room 249 and let himself in. Allison reported to police that Twitch was missing shortly after he had left the house, noting with particular worry that she couldn't reach him by phone and he had not taken his car with him when he left, 2 things that she said were very much out of character for him.
Because there were no details about Twitch's death, people just rushed to fill that void. This was at the time when Ellen had built this edifice as the nicest person on television. She would have YouTube stars, and all of a sudden that edifice was crumbling.
The news about Ellen created a wave of online criticism at the time.
Touching message from the widow of the dancer and TV personality and inspiration to a lot of us, known as Twitch. In her first social media post since Steven Boss's death last week, Allison Holker shared this on Instagram, a selfie of the smiling couple. Holker left a short but powerful message. My one and only, oh, how my heart aches. We miss you so much. Twitch was last seen in this Instagram video he shared on December 11th, doing what he and she were known best for, dancing. Just 2 days later, he was found dead in a motel room in Los Angeles. The death was ruled a suicide. Twitch was 40 years old. Since then, there has been an outpouring of support for Holker.
Just months before Twitch's death, The Ellen Show came to an abrupt end amid shocking allegations of abuse linked to Ellen herself. Many were stunned to learn that the woman who built her entire brand around kindness had a much darker side. Ellen issued a public apology, but the moment felt forced, especially when she brought Twitch on the show during her statement. It was clear she was trying to leverage Twitch's image to soften the blow and repair her reputation. Yet, anyone watching could see that Twitch was visibly uncomfortable, hinting at deeper tensions beneath the surface.
Things are not designed to handle that much pressure. And when I was talking about my experience, his face was like, I know.
I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected. I know that I'm in a position of privilege and power, and I realize that with that comes responsibility, and I take responsibility for what happens at my show. This is the Ellen DeGeneres Show. I am Ellen DeGeneres. My name is there. My name is there. My name is on underwear. We have had a lot of conversations over the last few weeks about the show, our workplace, and what we want for the future. We have made the necessary changes, and today,
Ellen was reportedly a frequent guest at Diddy's alleged parties events, whispered about his gatherings of some of the world's most powerful figures. Word on the street is that Twitch may have witnessed something at these parties he wasn't meant to see, being close to Ellen and present at these shadowy events. Twitch might have unknowingly become entangled in something far darker than he realized. Some say he tried to distance himself, but others fear he was silenced before he could speak out, adding to the mystery. Ellen's quiet departure from the country without any major public explanation or plans has only intensified suspicions. Online, people are now connecting the dots. Ellen's name keeps surfacing alongside Diddy's, both entwined in Hollywood's darkest secrets, and both surrounded by tragedy and mysterious deaths. The deeper you look, the darker it gets.
Hey, everybody. Everyone is in pain and trying to make sense of it, and we'll never make sense of it. And the holidays are hard, I think, anyway. But to honor Twitch, I think the best thing that we can do is to laugh and hug each other and play games and dance and sing.
The comedian hired Twitch for her talk show back in 2014.
over a decade ago, I met someone who changed my life and our show. And I'm talking about you, Twitch. Come here.
He was the in-house DJ until the series wrapped earlier this year.
And I know it seems hard, it seems impossible, but that's how we honor him and hug each other and tell each other we love each other and let people know we're there for them.
In his final note to his wife, Twitch laid it all bare. He described the disturbing things he witnessed at those parties events involving powerful figures whose names he never imagined would be linked to such darkness. He confessed to Allison that he'd been pressured into silence and that people close to him, including Ellen, were not who they appeared to be. Leaked sources revealed that Twitch's note wasn't merely a farewell, it was a chilling warning. Shortly after, a voice recording allegedly addressed to Ellen surfaced, though never officially released. This voice note has circulated through online forums and leaked DMIs, sparking endless speculation. Some insiders claim Allison still holds a copy, while others say it was deleted or confiscated soon after Twitch's death, adding another layer of mystery to an already haunting story.
More tonight about the tragic suicide of Stephen Twitch Boss and the detailed steps he took to hide his plans. TMZ is reporting when Twitch left his home the day before his suicide, he took an Uber to a motel about a mile away. At the motel, he switched his phone to airplane mode so no one could reach him. The motel manager says he checked in under his own name and never left his room. We also now know that Twitch left his side note. Details have not been made public, but TMZ reports the note alluded to challenges Twitch had faced in the past. Entertainer Tyler Perry knows firsthand what that is like.
I want to take you back to a time in my life where I tried to commit suicide a couple of times because it was so dark. I thought the only way to make this better, this pain go away, is to end my life. Had any of those attempts happened, I would have missed the best.
2024. Shortly after Diddy's Miami mansion was raided, Ellen announced she was leaving the country for good. Her departure coincided suspiciously with Diddy's arrest, sparking immediate speculation among fans and observers. Around the same time, Ellen, known for her iconic blonde hair throughout her career, drastically changed her look and relocated to England to start anew. The timing raised many eyebrows. Why would Ellen disappear from the public eye just as Diddy's empire began to unravel amid trafficking allegations? And what was behind such a sudden, dramatic image makeover?
She sounded so sincere, didn't she?
Very
she could
sincere.
Virtually choke on her words. But the best one for me is Ellen DeGeneres, who is, by the way, a very nasty person. I've had dealings with her in Australia. Could I tell you some stories about that cow? But anyway, good riddance to her. But She was quite friendly with that P. Diddy bloke, wasn't she?
Well, this is why I say release the Diddy files.
Yeah.
Release the Diddy files. Come on, Donald Trump. We want to know whose name.
So maybe she's hightailing out of there before all that is thrown at her as well. But what a bunch.
Generous and her wife, Portia de Rossi, have reportedly fled the US, bound for the UK, after Donald Trump's landslide victory. Numerous publications are reporting the couple have left the United States permanently. There are also reports the couple have put their Montecito mansion on the market. Entertainment publication The Wrap has the exclusive story and said Ellen DeGeneres and wife Portia de Rossi have moved to rural England, put their Montecito estate on the market, and plan to never return to the United States, telling friends the election of Donald Trump was their primary motivation. Ellen DeGeneres has been a vocal Trump critic, so the move doesn't come as a surprise to most.
Really bad. If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be?
Does one of us have to come out alive?
Ellen DeGeneres has been seen rocking a new hair color since moving to the UK. The comedian changed her signature blonde look to brunette as she was seen enjoying a night out with friends at a pub called The Farmer's Dog. Ellen went out with her wife, Portia de Rossi, and a few friends, including the Torn singer Natalie Imbruglia. Sources told TMZ earlier this week that Ellen and Portia moved to England because of Donald Trump's re-election. They have reportedly settled into their new home in the southwest region of England, but they purchased the property before the election. Hey, I guess if Ellen's got a new place, why not?
Which isn't the first person to die under mysterious circumstances linked to Diddy. Rumors swirl that even Jamie Foxx faced danger connected to the mogul. Back in the day, Jamie Foxx was a regular at Diddy's parties, but allegedly, after Diddy discovered Jamie secretly recording him, Foxx was banned from returning. What's more, Jamie reportedly had some tapes of his own potentially damaging material. In 2023, as the FBI began its investigation into Diddy, word got out that Diddy learned about these tapes. Soon after, reports emerged that Jamie Foxx was battling an unexplained health crisis. For nearly a year, he vanished from the public eye, fueling speculation about what really happened behind the scenes.
So I was doing, of course, the stand-up, doing the Wanda shit. And then it wasn't until literally, I was throwing these parties at my crib, and I would always throw parties for like musical guys, so I threw a party for Puff. Puff comes and big party. It's like 2,000. Puff is there, and it's all about him. And I'll never forget, he got mad at me a little bit because I would follow him, and I would actually follow him with a camera, because at that time Puff was the biggest guy in the world. You couldn't even get in his parties. So the way I would get in his parties, I show up with a camera, like, yo, Puff, you need to document this. And he turned around, what's up, Playboy? I said, yeah, let me get that, man. Ain't nobody getting this. And it wasn't back in the day with the camera phone. I had the big fucking Canon that you put on your shoulder and the light, and I said, let me change the battery, let me get all this.
The one with Jamie Foxx saying the fact that when his special comes out, he's actually going to talk about the fact that Diddy's the one that poisoned him. Again, this is a story.
I heard that story too.
From the upcoming Netflix comedy show. Jamie Foxx expected to include the actor addressing a mysterious 2023 health crisis that left him hospital. This is from today.
Right.
For more than 20 days and recovering for months more, but has also sparked rumors it was Diddy. I may have some of the response for it. Okay. Which Combs camp has denied, but Fox has not. I mean, of course Combs camp is going to deny,
right,
but it's what Fox is going to say, because everyone's interested in what Fox's story is.
But now if you go and you look further about the number of people that have had this sudden death thing happen to them that are related to Diddy, it's like some viral lung or something like.
In his new Netflix special, Jamie Foxx dropped a bombshell. He revealed that Diddy was the reason behind his sudden disappearance. Just weeks after the special aired, Jamie was attacked at a Beverly Hills hotel, leaving him injured and sending shockwaves through fans and insiders alike. The timing was no coincidence. To anyone paying attention, it was a clear message from Diddy: mess with me, and I'll come after you.
Foxx was injured during an altercation at a Beverly Hills restaurant. Foxx is speaking out about the incident, which is being investigated by police. It comes just days after the Oscar winner revealed for the first time that a brain bleed caused him to suffer a stroke last year. Here's ABC's Phil Lipoff.
Tonight, actor Jamie Foxx is recovering after an altercation at his birthday dinner in Beverly Hills left him needing stitches. Local police received a call about an incident at the high-end Mr. Chow restaurant near Rodeo Drive just after 10 p.m. Friday night. A representative for the actor saying someone from another table threw a glass that hit Foxx in the face. It's unclear whether Foxx was involved in the fight or merely a bystander. No arrests were made, but the investigation remains ongoing. It has already been an eventful month for the Oscar winner. In his recently released Netflix stand-up special, Foxx opened up about the mysterious health crisis that put him in the hospital for several weeks last year.
I was fighting for my life, but I'm here in front of you.
Foxx telling the audience a doctor gave his family a grim diagnosis.
He told my sister some horrible news about her big brother. He said he's having a brain bleed has led to a stroke.
But now, the actor is proud he beat the odds.
Said I couldn't walk, but look at me now.
And Lindsay, Foxx appears to be keeping this positive attitude through this latest incident, writing on social media this morning, "The devil is busy, but I'm too blessed to be stressed." Lindsay?
Foxx seemingly brushing it off.
Once again, Diddy has slipped through the cracks. Despite videotaped evidence, hundreds of witness testimonies, and physical proof linking him to the crimes, he was found not guilty on the most serious charges. The official verdict convicted Combs only on 2 counts of transportation involving his ex-girlfriends Cassie and Jane, while he was cleared of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex-related offenses. This outcome blindsided everyone.
He's going to get the maximum. The judge will give him the maximum, just like they gave O.J. Simpson the maximum in Vegas, because he got off Simpson in L.A. when he clearly killed these 2 people. And then when he got a second crack at him on a minor beef, relatively, of theft, they sentenced him to heavy time. So Diddy will go to prison, and he should. He's evil. And I say that because I just wrote a book called Confronting Evil. Yeah, he used narcotics and violence to coerce people to do what he wanted to do. That's evil. Sorry.
Go ahead, Stephen.
Now, back to Trump.
Well, hold on. Stephen wants to weigh in on what you just said. Go ahead.
No.
Okay.
Only thing I want to weigh in, I don't want to castigate the entire culture. I'm tired of, we see pictures of a few bad apples conducting themselves in very disgusting manners and thinking that that's the entire industry. I'm a guy that was raised in the hip hop industry. I know an abundance of hip hop artists and beyond who have never engaged in, never been accused of, never would think of putting themselves in the kind of position.
Verdict is in. Sean Diddy Combs has been convicted on 2 counts of transportation of his ex-girlfriends to engage in prostitution, but cleared of the most serious charges against him. The music mogul has been found not guilty of racketeering conspiracy and 2 counts of sex trafficking. The charges he has been found guilty of are connected to his 2 former partners, including singer Cassie Ventura and a former girlfriend being referred to as Jane. In the U.S., it is a crime to knowingly transport any person with the intent that they engage in prostitution or illegal sexual activity. The 12-person jury deliberated for 3 days before reaching the verdict. The maximum penalty for each of the 2 guilty counts is 10 years in prison plus a fine.
How you doing? Not bad. How are you?
Anything you want the public to know?
Not yet. We'll be saying something soon. We're hopeful that ultimately he receives a substantial sentence for what he's done, and we're pleased that Cassie's brought to light everything that has happened in this trial. I just spoke with her and with the U.S. Attorney's Office team, and she's in a good place. She's pleased that the jury has found him liable, guilty of 2 federal crimes.
It's absolutely a win. The defense took a really big gamble going to trial on this case. Really, any time that a defendant chooses to go to trial against the federal government, it's a big gamble. They have a lot in their favor, and it really paid off for Combs.
Today's a great victory. It's a great victory for Sean Combs. It's a great victory for the jury system. You saw that the Southern District of New York prosecutors came at him with all that they had. They're not stopping, but one thing stands between all of us and a prison, and that is a jury of 12 citizens. And we had a wonderful jury. They listened to every word and they got the situation right, or certainly right enough. They acquitted him of the sex trafficking, which he was absolutely innocent of. They acquitted him of the racketeering conspiracy that he was absolutely innocent of, and all of the components to it. The kidnapping, he was innocent of that. The arson, he was innocent of that. The obstructing justice, he was innocent of that. And that is no longer just me saying that. That is the verdict.
Diddy's sentencing is scheduled for October, where he faces up to 20 years behind bars. Whether he will actually receive the full sentence remains uncertain. Some fans speculate he might walk away with little more than 6 months of probation and community service. For now, the judge has denied Diddy's bail request, meaning he will remain in custody until his sentencing date.
That sentencing hearing scheduled for the fall. Sean Diddy Combs has already been in custody for about 9 months now, and he's also facing dozens of civil lawsuits. What more does he have ahead of him before that hearing? We know, I think it's on October 3rd.
October 3rd at 10 a.m. is when Sean Combs is going to be sentenced for his conviction on 2 counts of transportation for the purposes of prostitution. Each of those counts carries a maximum penalty of up to 10 years. And so prosecutors pointed out in their letter to the judge, his total exposure is 20 years in prison. And the judge today, Whit, said that Combs's propensity for violence was starkly depicted on that 2016 hotel security camera footage that may well factor into the judge's sentencing decisions. In the meantime, Sean Combs will continue to be incarcerated at MDC in Brooklyn, the federal jail in Brooklyn, where he's been